Welcome to the Bullshitting for Your Health podcast, episode 18. We're in this bitch. We're getting it. It's me, Devontae, normal host. It's gonna be a good fucking pod, guys. But actually, yeah, it was a pretty solemn week. So to start off, we actually have a video instead of a song this time, and some of you might have seen this, some of you might not have. Brought to you by Tourette's, but here we go. Yes. We are back. Okay. For those of you who don't know, that was a famous Nike commercial starring none other than Kobe Bryant. And Kanye West was in there too. But, mm, no. I'm hot. That's why. But yeah, no. So like I kind of wanted to start out the podcast with Kobe Bryant because for I don't know how you could not know, but for those of you who don't, uh, on unfortunately this past week, Kobe Bryant, his 13-year-old daughter and Gianna and seven other people's passed away in a helicopter crash. And it was pretty grave. It was pretty grave, man. It took the world by storm.
41 young, 13.
Yeah.
It was like it was like multiple children on the flight too.
Yeah, I think in total it was three. Yeah.
They were like on the team.
One was entire family. Another one was a
A daughter and
there's
mother.
husband. Yeah, it's just tragic, nasty, man. We keep losing greats. We keep losing people too soon. It just it was yeah, man. Rest in peace, rest in power, all of them. That shit's just I don't even want to like talk too much about the actual accident because I feel like that's been that's been beat to death in a sense. I just there's like footage of the crash and all that. It's like, bro, like it's
and
like
then like, did you find out that like the wife didn't find out?
yeah,
That
yeah,
it was TMZ. That was nasty.
yeah. It's just
That dude, he's going to hell.
Dude,
He's going to hell.
Harvey.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, because he's a home.
Whoa. Yeah. Oh my God. Okay, let's bring it back here. So before we get into the mistakes that happened, all I'm gonna say is again, rest in peace. We are sending thoughts and prayers to his family, his loved ones that are here left behind. I think we should all give them strength because they're going through a tough time, man. But yeah, so I all I'll say is I understand everybody mourns differently. You know what I'm saying? Everybody has a different way of showcasing their grief for a person, but you gotta be respectful. You know what I'm saying? Like rushing out there to get information because I know some people will say, well, it was such a big story and they take their job seriously and they want to make sure that they're getting information to the people who want to hear it. Well, at the same time, man, like it's like he's a human being. They were human beings, and when you do certain shit like reporting falsely that it was Kobe and his entire family, like his daughter, the first report said it was him and his daughters, like all of them, and it's like, dude, like what the fuck, man, like that's not credible. That's not integritous in your job. So that's all I'll say. Devontae, you got some shit on that? You're saying Harvey needs to go to jail because TMZ falsely reported some shit as well.
I read something. It should start being a law that you can't, like, especially like when you like in that type of situation, that you can't report something like that before the family finds out. Imagine if TMZ reported your brother or mother and stuff were passed away, God forbid, before you even found out. You'd be disappointed. You'd be upset. It's because you want the time to at least get the shock and get you don't even know what's true or not. So it's ugly. thoughts with the family, and I mean, cause like one of the things too, I was like talking to a family member about is like Kobe had a 3-year-old and a 7-month-year-old. They won't have many like the 7-month-year-old we know won't remember him at all, and the 3-year-old may have two.
Yeah, it's just a great situation, man. That shit's nasty. Like 2020 started out with some weird fucking energy, and it's continued. And hug your loved ones, tell people you love them every day, friends, family, because you never know. You know, every day is not given. We're blessed to be here. But you have anything to say on like
The man.
the man, Kobe Bryant himself? Because personally, like I'm not a big basketball fan,
Oh man.
but what I can put on it is to me, not being a basketball fan,
Hip hop great, man.
uh,
Hip hop great.
not being somebody who follows that culture. I still knew of Kobe Bryant. You know what I'm saying? Yes, my mom's a Lakers and Golden State Warriors fan. I don't really know how that fucking works. I feel like that's
But
flip flopping. But either way, I I
you got
know
hits,
the,
bro.
the greatness of this man in that sport so much so
You got the
that
album?
no, I do not.
Hey.
For those of you who don't know, Kobe Bryant was also like many other uh, basketball players dabbled in the rap game, but he's just he
Nobody
like the
wants.
fact that like I could be in school and shoot paper into a fucking trash bin and yell Kobe reflexively. It's just a statement in and of itself. He was a
It's a pop culture.
he was a cultural icon. He
Well,
was,
it was my family were people in my family were Laker fans. All my uncles for the most part are Laker fans. I know about Kobe because Kobe and Shaq were the biggest combo in the early 2000s.
yeah.
You learned about Kobe being a ball hog at one point, not
Mhm.
wanting. So those are things that. But like I remember the 62-point game, and then the same season he came back with the 81-point game. So it's like just big moments in Kobe's career, and then just like the one thing I learned that really I got a lot of respect for Kobe is when I watched his documentary Muse Kobe Bryant, like basically talking about like how when he tore his Achilles and his will to come back, and you just understood like the dedication. And I remember one of the things he said is like he told Vanessa, his wife, like I'm like basically told her I'm about to be a terrible husband. I'm not gonna be the best father I can be because I want to chase something that it became an obsession. And then I watched this week his film short that won the Academy Award, Dear Basketball, and just it talked about his passion and how much he loved it. He said, and in the documentary he said the mind and the heart still are all in. It broke down.
Yeah.
He said the body just it won't take it anymore. So
That's crazy. That's crazy. That's like it sounds like a western, bro. Like a western in a way. Like it's like he still spirit wise wants to be out there on the court doing his thing, doing the thing that brought him his intrinsic God. Brought him closer to it, but he's too old to chase that cow anymore. But the greatness of the man, he was able to switch gears and put so much into his family and his
family
daughter. So much so that his daughter is out here.
was balling.
Yeah.
On these bitches like she was Kobe.
And even the older daughter, she was playing in college, right?
Volleyball.
Volleyball.
She was
Wow.
she wasn't even in high school.
Athletic genius.
I mean,
either
but they
way.
said like Kobe's father played in the NBA for a few
I did
years.
not know that.
And
Again, like I'm very uneducated.
and I learned that through the documentary. Like his father was in the NBA. Kobe, uh, just the man he is amazing. When you do more of your research and you just learn who he exactly is, and that's when I respect because I remember I lived with the Lakers fan, my stepdad, and he just would irritate me with how great Kobe is because I was a huge LeBron fan. So I didn't. It took me getting into college and really just looking at highlights and understanding that like man, his work ethic is unmatched.
So I've seen a lot of people to speak on the LeBron fact. I've seen a lot of people saying they're done with like GOAT conversations or they're done with conversations that pit LeBron, Kobe, Michael
Against
Jordan against each other because in Kobe's final tweets, I guess they said like LeBron's just passed
Passing
him
for
all.
third all-time
all-time-
leading NBA scorer.
Okay, and then Kobe tweeted out to that fact. Somebody, as you were saying, told his wife, "Yo, I'm so in this basketball game that I'm going to neglect some of the husband duties I have to do, and I'm sorry if you stay, great. If you don't, I understand. This is this nigga. This is the man. Tweeted out to the dude who just passed him in a record, saying, "Congratulations, keep going, my man,
And he
my brother."
evolved. And the thing about Kobe too is Kobe played 20 years in the NBA. Kobe was a 17-year-old kid that like when they drafted him, he was 17 years old, and he came to Lakers. They struggled for a little bit until they got Shaq and all that because Shaq was actually in Orlando before
Magic.
Yeah, he was a Magic.
Look at me, I know some facts.
Yeah. So it's interesting, and Kobe. He's gonna go down. This year it's eerie too. This was the year he became eligible for the Naismith Basketball Hall of Fame, and 155% sure he was gonna be a first ballot. It wasn't gonna really be too much arguing. Will he be in the Hall of Fame? They were sure he was gonna get in, but
God damn.
and who and they you when you get in the NBA Hall of Fame, you pick some people to speak for you, and it's like he won't have anyone to pick. Like his wife will have to go up there and accept it.
I mean, I feel like, not saying that like we know what the man would want, but there's a couple names I feel like I know for a fact that should go speak. I mean, Shaq should go speak, right?
They had a tumultuous relationship. It wasn't always right.
But
So
they repaired it on
They
live
repaired
TV.
it. He spoke to Shaq last year. They had this. The NBA has been kind of doing this cool thing where a lot of people that had rivals.
There was that one dude who plays in the league. What's his name? I don't know. It says like he's still playing now. I've just seen a bunch of people expressing their love for the man.
Yeah, and it's like so like but like he has a plethora of teammates. 20-year career, you meet a lot of people, you get to know a lot of people. The actor Rick Fox played with them for a little bit.
Yo, that was even nasty that they falsely reported that man had passed.
Yeah,
like, what the
and then Shaq said he was calling Rick and was like, "Oh my God, I can't," because these are people you worked with. Like he's like, and he said, "Rick, fine, hey man, I'm good," and he said, "Oh my gosh, I thought I lost both of y'all."
Yeah, that's.
But Shaq just tweeted that or said something that because realistically, we don't know how much money he has saved. We don't know how she'll get access to the accounts. But Shaq said if he just said on like an interview, if she ever need anything to call him. He said anything.
Yeah.
I mean, that'll be good. That would be good. I wonder if his family I wonder if his family will attend the memorial. I wonder if
she already posted on Instagram, which is already a sign of a resilient woman. Because honestly, if that shit happened to me, fuck y'all, fuck all y'all.
I am going rogue.
Yeah, nigga. Like,
but I hope his family. Because I read that he. It's kind of crazy because a while ago I read that he had a pretty bad relationship with his immediate family he was born into, and I hope that was repaired before then.
I just hope the man was at peace. And it's to be completely honest. And again, I don't know much, and none of us are in his personal life, so we don't know for a fact. But from the outside, it looked like the man was at peace.
Yeah, they said it looked like he had moved past being a competitor. A few people said it looked like he was more into just like, I'm retired. Like
nigga was smoking weed. You see that picture of him and Snoop?
Nah.
You didn't see that shit?
Nah, but they said he hadn't been to the he went that famous meme that came when it was like him and his daughter talking. And he was talking about basketball and people retweet. So he said recently that was the first time he had been in a basketball game since he retired, since his jersey retirement, because he just didn't want to watch it anymore.
Damn. That's interesting.
And they just had a thing on SportsCenter that was amazing. They said what was the best feeling in the world, watching her score her first bucket or winning the NBA title? And he said, "Oh, by far, watching my daughter score her first bucket was better than anything."
That's beautiful.
He said, it seemed like at one point he just wanted to be with his kids. And then it's got the girl dad hashtag going because he basically said he didn't need any sons. Because, get 4 girls straight as a motherfucker, man.
Yeah, the dude's just a fucking icon. Like, and the other thing I was looking at, he touched multiple sports. Like, he's super big in the soccer world because he lived
in Italy most of his life.
So, literally, AC Milan, and this is like, he's been a fan of this club for a while, and they're actually doing very bad right now. So, if you're like still a fan of AC Milan right now, you're a fan of AC.
I think he was a fan when he was little.
Yeah, but what I'm saying is he continued to be a fan. Like, that's how much of a he wasn't just a casual viewer of the sport, is what I'm saying.
Because he it probably, honestly, I'm thinking probably was something to do when he was over there as a kid.
Mm-hmm.
Probably like after his dad would play in the games and stuff, and they would probably like, or let's go to a soccer game.
Hell yeah, but no, but like the stadium, this how big his impact was. The stadium, fucking, they paid tribute by lighting up with lights. Like there's a completely different country, completely different sport. This man touched so many lives, and honestly,
He said give him a lot of people passion to move on.
um, they said this on Everyday Struggle. Academics said this, and I didn't really think about it because I'm not famous, but it does. If you see like a lot of celebrities coming out, you realize that like when you go, this is the reception you do want. Like I haven't heard one bad thing. I haven't heard anybody troll. It's like, bro, like it's just universal
Yeah,
adoration for this man's
a
life.
dude that had beef with him even came out and said, Smush Parker, who he played with, he said, I wish I would have known. Like, I wish I had just been able to reach out and say, I'm done. Like,
Mm-hmm.
but, yeah, let's hope he's in a better place. And, say, I think it goes back to what I say. Sometimes people, my grandma used to talk to me and say, people think you're supposed to live a long time. Like, oh, I got to live a long time to accomplish a lot. It's like, no, if you utilize every moment you can, and you can make an impact in a short amount of time.
Chase your dreams, man. Chase your dreams. Tomorrow's not promised.
And he said something in the thing. I saw something this week, and he said if you don't want to work hard at it, you don't love it enough. He said that's how he was at basketball. Like, he said getting up at 5 a.m. was easy because he loved it.
Mm-hmm.
He wanted to do it. And
Find what makes you intrinsically happy, man.
yeah, he found that. He just happened to get paid for it. And you know what I'm saying? Like, yeah.
What a great man. It'll be the content of the week. Do you have a content of the week? Well, this will be one of our contents of the week if we don't have any contents of the week. But definitely go check out Muse. It is currently on. It's on YouTube. You can buy it, but Showtime as well. But since it's on YouTube, I would be surprised if it wasn't on other services such as Amazon Prime. Yeah. But like, go check it out. It's like an hour long.
Yeah, and just in general, I would watch, and this may sound crazy. I would watch a lot of the sports documentaries on Showtime. So like that, because I have a scatterbrain, I'll say that's some content of the week. If you have Showtime, check out the sports documentaries. They're rival to ESPN. They really take a lot of time with them, and they do them well.
Yo, so you said that this man rapped. What's a song I should play for these people?
He had a song with Tyra Banks, bro.
Like, do you have a song name off the top of your head?
I believe it's called Kobe.
It's called Kobe. Kobe Bryant, Kobe. Mm-hmm. Oh, shit. Featuring Tyra Banks. He's got that fro in this picture. All right, so to change up the mood, we're going to play a little song real quick. Okay, I'm playing it right now. Oh, that was crazy. Kind of makes me want to bachata, do the Macarena. And you know what? Like, it's fucking impressive because he was a great basketball player. It's not really impressive when like the basketball players rap and they're not doing too well in like the actual game.
It's like, bro, you need to focus on playing basketball now.
He kind of sounds like Will Smith.
Yeah, bro, Will Smith made drop 81 points in the game.
I didn't say. You're right. Wait, Tyra Banks wasn't a singer. I just realized. Tyra Banks. Oh my god. You can do anything you want, guys. You can do anything the fuck you want. You just have to be rich relative to the people telling you no.
I'm looking at like Lauren London's fucking Instagram.
Yo, I actually have something to say about that.
She has literally dedicated her Instagram to her slain lover. I mean, I won't say
Oh
lover,
my
but
god.
partner, which is amazing. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
She's
All
one
right,
of those.
let's yeah. Go.
I just like. I believe she's one of those people, bro. And this is gonna sound. And I said this when he first passed.
Uh-huh.
I don't think she'll ever. I think sometimes in life you find a person you love,
That was a
and you
soulmate.
don't need nothing else. She may never date again.
Yeah. Yeah. That's
She may have.
honestly fucking tragic when you think about it, but at the same time I feel what you're saying. And that's like a love that like I would very much appreciate. But
Yeah, yeah.
it's that's so sad. I actually had a weird thought because I don't I pocket watching in this instance is nasty to me, but I was on the Jasmine brand and I saw that she bought a new crib for like $1.1 million. Um, and it just goes back to what you were saying when Shaq was like, "I'll take care of Vanessa, Kobe Bryant's wife," and it's just kind of like you just hope because he was the breadwinner. You know what I'm saying? Like Nipsey was the nigga doing the finances, doing all that shit. So you just hope everything's gonna be okay. You know, you just cause, god damn, like I couldn't imagine losing.
Your partner in crime.
I mean, I guess I can, but in her situation, it's even worse because they
Yeah,
had a child
that's.
together. They had,
I think that's.
did she have a child with somebody else?
Yeah, she has a child with Lil Wayne.
It's like good, yeah.
So the kid, so like, and Lil Wayne's son spoke on it. He was like, that it hurt him too because like for you it's like you got a dad, your dad's probably famous, you're not dumb, but like you like if you're living with him, that man, like,
my nigga,
you got attachment. He grew to attach.
a stepfather is a father, bro. Father figure is a father. At the end of the day, if that man's giving you life lessons, if that man's putting food on your back, putting food in your stomach,
making sure
you're
cool, making sure
you got somebody to run to, somebody fucking with you at school. Like it's like, bro,
even
if
this man was taking you to school every day,
but we knew the type of man Nipsey was.
Yeah, this man probably
this man wasn't just present. This man was probably very much involved. You know what I'm saying? So it's like
I knew everything, kid. Like you know what I'm saying? So
yeah.
and so for me, it's like I was just looking at her. I just having to scroll through. It's like, bro, it's kind of crazy because like, you met that person, you gave love to that person, and then like the way it wasn't like y'all amicably broke up. It was like, hey, bro, like it was sudden loss.
Time was robbed, bro. If you believe in that sort of thing, time was robbed, and it's.
And you hear Meek Mill's song?
No, I didn't listen to it.
You heard about it?
Yeah, it's with Roddy Ricch.
Yeah, letters to
Nipsey.
Nipsey. Yeah. He said, called that nigga pussy, bro. He called that nigga that shot him a pussy.
Oh yeah.
Yeah, it said some other wild shit and shit. He kept it pretty cool. Like some people could have went in and did some. Yeah. So we about to get disrespectful in here. Like nah, he kept it.
Yeah, man. Fuck gun violence. That shit's fucking lame as fuck.
We should have guns, personally.
Shit, I want one though.
But it's like people that like try to like justify Second Amendment rights are imbeciles. They are imbeciles because of this. The government uprises. The government has weapons if they wanted to keep.
The government has weapons of mass destruction. End of story. I actually got into not an argument but a discussion with some coworkers because they were having the RVA gun rally. And then that was over. Northam trying to say we're going to do more gun restrictions, stuff like that. And then there was some type of ban on assault rifle magazines that had some people that I worked with up in a tizzy, let's just say. But I agree with you because I brought up that subject. They were like, they basically were trying to tell me, yeah, we could fight the military. And I was like, do you guys remember Ted Bundy? The Bundy Ranch incident? Where it was like 15 of those old crockety white men that didn't pay taxes on their land that they were using farm animals for. So the government was like, yo, we're going to, I guess, seize this land or whatever. And Bentley was like, oh, no, you're not. Oh, no, you're not. My Smith & Wesson has anything to say about it. No, you're not. And so there was a standoff. But, like, when you really looked at what the standoff was, it was literally 15 dudes standing off against, like, tanks and goddamn body armor and Humvees and shit. And you're just like, bro, what are we doing? What are we doing here?
It's like, bro.
Because you know what really happened there in that situation? None of those people have to fire. It's when that fucking plane comes by and just starts fucking. What do they call it? burnt, scorched earth, motherfucker. Like, come on, bro.
And that's like my thing. It's like, bro, the whole point of the Second Amendment was because you realize when the Constitution was written, only guns people had access to were muskets and rifles. Now,
No, y'all do realize when that fucking law or that amendment was written, George, the fucking president, was swimming in fucking creeks, nigga. The fucking president was going in the goddamn river fighting and had a goddamn sword in the goddamn winter, bruh. Our president now doesn't even step in the war room. Like, come on, bro.
It was like at one, bro. Did you know the type of fighting they were doing when that was like? It was like I took a military history class, so the type of like fighting they were doing back then was like, so you would get in lines. And so you would just shoot at each other, and then when all the niggas in the other line are gone, the next line comes up. It's like,
nah, nigga. Nah, guess who's being late? Guess who's late? Guess who's gonna be the last fucking line, nigga? Nah. I see what y'all doing. Nah, nigga. Wait. They probably put slaves in the front.
sometimes you gotta think about it, they didn't really always let slaves fight.
You right. But like,
so a lot of white people died.
I'd have made slaves.
Bro, but they they couldn't, if you know a little bit about like the history, bro, when them natives, my bad. When they were fighting them, bro, they weren't prepared for that type of warfare. Them niggas was popping out of bushes, slicing niggas' heads off and shit.
Nah, you know what war niggas really weren't prepared for? That Vietnam War.
What is that? What, guerrilla warfare?
Yeah,
hey, my nigga,
hey, fuck a bush. Then nigga, you know how much, you know how dedicated, you know how much a nigga want to kill you when he dedicates a whole day to digging a hole to pop out of with a mat like he's some spider. Not even, this thing starts shaking your ass, bro. Oh my
they
god.
said like Vietnam was so wild because you think you just going in there to like, hey, we're going into a house, we're going to just scope the house, and then like niggas come out of nowhere. Guerrilla warfare sounds like wild, bro.
Bro, war sounds fucking wild.
But they said like that's why like those dudes like from Nam had the most like.
You know what's so fucking crazy? You know what's so fucking crazy? You know why niggas don't need to have a gun? Because niggas don't need to kill each other. You know what? That's just a bit. Let me not go off on that tangent. Let me just not even do that. Either way, I agree with you in the sense that I do not understand the need to have guns proliferate the streets in America. I think if you look at data and you look at the amount of gun deaths we have, the amount.
Bro, you know my man said, "Oh, I need a gun. Somebody robbed me," and then I looked up a stat that most robberies going wrong. Like most people that die in robberies, guess who gun kills them?
Their own.
Yeah, fucking. So it's like, yo, I'd rather a nigga, cause sometimes people don't even come in the house to rob you with guns. You literally have people that just tiptoeing around.
Damn, bro. I was thinking like you shot yourself, but now I realize that probably means like the nigga came in to rob you. You was like, hey man, get out. That nigga came up, took your gun, and shot you, bro.
Or like they break in, they take your gun.
Or like you shoot somebody else that's in the house. You know what I'm saying? Like it's like you shoot your uncle.
Yeah, uncle. No, but it's from the what it sound like when I looked it up. It was like basically they come in the house like niggas are scoping and they find a gun and then you get out my house and bang bang.
Oh my god.
So I think it's like stuff like that. So it's like, bro, I think like just like people are like, and it's like people are fixated on keeping.
When I solidified my we don't need the Second Amendment viewpoint. When I was working in Food Line 3 years ago, stocking shelves, and I looked to my right, and this crusty old white man had a fucking Glock 9 on his hip, and I'm like, why? You're shopping for baking supplies. Why do you need to be strapped?
Bro, my only.
Who harmed you?
The only people I feel like need guns is hunters, and I can understand people wanting to hunt for fun, because it calms them. But
I actually was told that shooting for fun, like that's why one of my one of my husbands has like a bunch of different semi-automatic assault weapons and automatic assault rifles.
They go to the gun range.
Oh, it's his hobby. Okay.
Bro, Nate's stepdad has a bow hobby, bro. He used to sit in the garage and clean the bow while it was over for like 2 hours straight, bro. He used to make everyone
Yo.
Like, bro, he would just be petting it.
Because even them hunting niggas freak me out a little bit, bro. Because it's like, eventually, you're going to get a little tired of this game that can't fight back.
Have you seen the what was that? Did you have to read that story?
About the nigga who hunted another man.
Yeah, yeah,
Yeah,
because he
right
got
there,
tired
sure.
of dangerous game.
Yeah.
Because he got tired of hunting people, so he was like, yeah. I mean, hunting animals. He said, I like a little competition.
Tonight we hunting niggas. What?
Nah, it's crazy when they start hunting. But
Cause you remember you remember those Purge movies? Remember the only movie that was realistic was the first one when they were hunting black people. That was the only because then you know that's exactly what they're doing. Oh, but actually, I'm gonna change my stance because I actually do believe in the Second Amendment for black people. Because Killer Mike made me reshape my thought about that. He says if you're an African American and you want to give up your rights to the government to take your guns, you a stupid nigga. That's all he'll say.
bro. But my thing is, bro, it
Because that's
don't
how because people
matter.
because the also like so crazy. You know, black people back in the day were allowed to own shotguns but not rifles. You know why?
Why?
Because it's harder to kill a Ku Klux Klan member from 100 feet away with a shotgun than it is a rifle.
A shotgun up close to the hole in fucking.
Yeah, but
You've seen a gunshot.
if you're a black family in the South back in the 40s to 50s, and you're afraid of the Klan or you're trying to protect your family from the Klan, do you want the Klan to be 10 feet away from you or 100 feet away from you when you're trying to kill them?
Trying to be 100.
Exactly.
Bro, you ever seen a shotgun wound?
On a person? Oh, like because I'm a nurse? No, no, no. I've actually never seen a gunshot wound. I've seen a stabbing. I've seen two stab. No, I haven't seen a gunshot wound. Shot in the arm. It was whatever. He was crying. It was fine.
Well, flesh wound.
Yeah, it was a little flesh wound, but he was crying. Cause like it was one of those things where it was like I don't think he's crying because of the wound, you know, like crying like how did my life get to this point that I shot in the arm that you did, and I can't tell them what happened. Like I'm not I love that. I'm not the cops. I don't care what happened, bro.
Oh man, me either.
Told you, running a little bit late. But yeah, man.
Nigga said he about to lick on some pussy tonight.
You have no filter, and it's very, very funny. But yeah. So, damn, that was a depressing 30 minutes,
Bro, but I think it was 30 minutes. It was a good conversation.
So let's get into something funny to not be depressing. Uh,
Today,
tomorrow is not given. So live your life to the fullest, and don't worry about your past wrongs. You know, learn from them, forgive yourself, write them. No, write them, say you're sorry, and then move on. Cause you know exactly who did that? Johnny Manziel.
oh, you talking about?
Johnny motherfucking Manziel, the nigga from Texas A&M that I know so much about because one of my best friends who loves football went to Texas A&M, loves this guy, was telling me about how he was gonna be the next. I don't know. I don't want to say Tom Brady. The next big thing, let's just say, was prospected to get drafted early. Wasn't he won the Heisman Trophy? Nigga, I need you here for this because I don't know about this nigga enough when I'm talking about the fucking accolades or what he was projected to do. All I know is this man he was the Odell Beckham Jr. for white people. That's all I'll say. And he was a quarterback.
Yeah, and people liked him because he had like a little swagger to him, had a little white boy swagger.
Drake made a song about him. That's how fucking big this cat was. Drake hasn't made a song about Odell Beckham Jr. And they be in pictures all the fucking time. Let that sink. Let that sink in for a second. But either way, all that was squandered when Mr. Manziel
Start playing with his nose.
doing a lot of cocaine after he got drafted. Where did he get drafted to first? It wasn't the Browns first, was it? It was the Browns first? Okay, so he got drafted to the Browns first. And I think a lot of players don't like the Browns because apparently, right, Odell Beckham Jr. wants to be traded, right? One sec. Okay, we're back. So, so either way, Johnny got fucking drafted to the Browns. Started partying a lot, not really focusing on the game. And then got dropped, right? From the team? Is that how that works? Now, to give you a little bit more information on Johnny Manziel.
Played for
1 year? Yeah. So to give you a little more information on Mr. Manziel.
maybe he played longer.
he not only had the privilege of playing on a professional football team, but he has the privilege of coming from a very privileged family, right? Do you know what his
Yep.
parents do?
Uh,
They make a lot of money.
yeah, I believe they're oil.
Oil? Are you looking it up now?
Yeah.
Yeah. Either way, this man never needed to go to the pros to live a life of luxury and leisure. He could have just went to school, could have got in good with his father's company or where they're at, and lived his life pretty well with his trust fund. But no, Johnny wanted to do the next big thing, wanted to go above and beyond. And that kind of all came down when he got bored of that and started chilling out. But he's been off the scene for a couple years. No one knows what's going
Bipolar.
on. Oh yeah, I guess there's some mental health issues there going on too. But either way, he was off the scene for a while. Nobody really knew what he was doing until he popped up on YouTube the other day, and he was doing a fucking direct auto insurance commercial. And honestly, this shit was funny as fuck. He basically the premise is he's a auto insurance specialist who is Johnny Manziel in the fucking the ad, and he's joking at himself, and he's talking about how accidents happen and you always want to be prepared and you'll never know what the future will hold. And it's just it's funny. Please check it out if you want a good laugh. If you know who Johnny Manziel is, it'll be a good perspective booster. I mean, obviously the kid's gonna be fine. Again, he's got family money, like, so it's a good laugh. He pokes fun at himself. um but there's also another woman in it too, some famous ice skater woman who also pokes fun
Hold
at
on. Let
herself.
me look her. Look. Let me tell you her name.
Her name, yeah, yeah, yeah.
Her name is Tanya Harding,
Tanya Harding.
and yeah, she's the one saying
Yeah, she was a famous ice skater as a child that fucking stabbed an opponent.
she didn't say. I think
Her husband?
her
No,
husband.
she was maybe she wasn't a child. I don't fucking know. We don't have facts on this shit.
Yeah, I'm not. I'm not.
I'm not the fucking police. But no, so either way, it was a really funny commercial. But my question to you, Devontae, is: do you think he's happy? Objectively,
Are any of us happy?
some were more happy than others.
Are you happy?
Currently, at the moment, was I happy like 5 hours ago? Huh? But right now, I'm happy. Do you think he's happy? I don't think he's happy.
No, I probably feel like he wasted some time.
Squandered an opportunity because didn't he actually get an opportunity to go back to play? No, he wasn't invited to
Just
it.
in Canada.
Ah, okay.
Yeah, no one cared about
Um, my second question would be: would you want his life a luxury?
that.
Like from the jump, like would you want his life? Would you want to switch places? Because a lot of people I feel like dream of a life of luxury, and maybe after you struggled for a good portion of your life, a life of luxury would be better appreciated. But what do you think? Would you want his circumstances? I mean, and that's taking yourself out of your own personal feelings on intrinsically enjoying your own life. Like I'm not. I know you're the type of person who's like, oh, I wouldn't want. I don't need anybody else's shit. But like, just try. Do you think you
What I
would?
want, what he got?
Yeah. Would you enjoy
Yeah, a little
his
bit, bro.
journey?
It was fucking bad bitches doing drugs and drinking juice. It's like, yeah, bro. Like I ain't hating on that life, bro. It was, I mean, it's just hard to maintain a drug habit, whores, and football, unless you Lawrence Taylor, who supposedly was doing big rocks of coke and sacking quarterbacks every Sunday. Like they said, this man Lawrence Taylor, bro, came there. Like he shot out to a Virginia legend. They said Lawrence Taylor came from the game. They said you could tell Lawrence had done some coke, bro. So he came to the game and was on one, bro. But bro, no, they came in there. Was like,
He
yeah,
looking
I'm
long
good,
and
I'm
lean.
good.
That's why he's looking retarded.
Then they was like, bro, you could definitely tell, bro, he slept.
Lawrence Taylor's walking in saying, "Welcome to the party," because he bought the party with him. But yeah, man, I don't know, man. Me personally, it's like, while a life of pleasure, a life of uh,
Blood pleasures.
pleasure seeking, and not really seeking it because you have enough money to provide whatever earthly pleasure you want, does sound nice. To me, I feel like I would get burnt out and burnt out very quickly. There's something to be said to struggle. There's something to be said to having to put in effort to get to that earthly pleasure. So while on my worst day, I would say, yeah, I fucking want that life. On my best day, I'd probably say no. So it's an interesting thing. But fuck all that introspective shit. Go check out this ad if you want to laugh, and especially if you know this man, because it was a good one.
Oh my gosh, I need some.
Danger fucking shit.
Huh?
What? You scratching your head? You said no. Need
Nah,
some
I need some detangler maybe, but no.
detangler. Oh shit! Did you watch anything? Did you watch check out the Grammys at all?
Nah, bro, I don't got cable.
Yeah. So I was at work. I was in triage, and I was able to. It was a pretty slow night, so I was able to watch the fucking Grammys. Did you catch anything on the recap on YouTube or anything like that?
Nah, cause when I went to actually do it, didn't have nothing yet.
Yeah, I haven't yet.
Why would you listen to Ariana Grande earlier?
Why would you just put me out like that? She performed on the Grammys, so I guess.
That's all. That's what made me think about like,
Bitch.
You a fan?
Yeah, I'm a fan of Ariana Grande. I'm a fan of like singles. I've never listened to a full project. I've never seen her live.
You ever
Um,
listening break up with your girlfriend or something?
nigga, what is wrong with you?
I know this song because it's my alarm.
No, fuck you. You smiling when you're saying that, nigga. You know that's sus. Nah, but I was actually listening to that "Love Me Harder" song, not "Break Up with Your Girlfriend." And thank you next, cause you know why? Cause I'm single. I'm single, bro. I got my heart broken, so I'm doing me. I'm staying, making sure I'm an empowered Capricorn, cause we listen to astrology now and shit. Is that a good enough answer for you,
Mm-hmm.
bitch? But either way, I did watch the Grammys. I kind of half watched it because at this point, like, um, award shows, unless I'm like boozing, aren't very attention maintaining. They're attention grabbing for moments, but not maintaining. For those of you who didn't watch, nothing really too crazy happened. Lil Nas X came in a bondage outfit. Ariana Grande performed, and it was good. Ooh, Tyler the Creator won Best Rap Album, and then also
I
had
saw
a
the
speech
speech. Yeah.
about how he feels that African Americans are boxed into the urban category, basically saying that urban is just a politically correct way of saying nigger.
Hey, bro,
And he
Cardi
feels
B.
his album could have been put in a different category. Some, like the Joe Budden podcast, was it Joe Budden podcast, or maybe it was Everyday Struggle. Either way, some have the opinion that if Tyler was put into a different category, such as pop, he would have lost to the likes of, say, Billie Eilish, who won 5 different Grammys for different categories, which makes her like one of the all-time, if not the leading female artist to win like a different amount of Grammys in one night or something like that. Uh, but do you think so? Do you think that Tyler's album could have stood against Billie Eilish's, let's like say, for album of the year in a pop category or the pop category?
I ain't listened to his album. I ain't listened to Billie Eilish album.
Uh,
But I heard I listened to a couple songs from. I've seen it live, so yeah, I guess I have listened to the Tyler album. I think it was poppy. I think it qualified, but I think why listen to the Grammys? The Grammys is like people. They already know who they want, and
mm-hmm.
and it's so basically. My homie Nate told me about this article that said like um that basically they go off of what's popular on the radio essentially.
Well, then definitely hers would beat out then, because Tyler's didn't play on the radio.
Yeah, and that's what I'm saying. But I heard the whisper song. She a whisper. The bad guy song and the
See,
and then
Bad
right now
Guy
and then
is
right
something
now
I fuck
one,
with.
and then the one all good girls go to hell.
Yeah, I didn't really listen to that.
I've heard it because it's on the radio.
So,
But basically, it's like, bro, I don't know why people look for so much validation through it. I get it's a big thing and it's old, but it's like for hip hop and stuff, they just don't know enough about it. Cause you got a bunch of old white men judging. It's like an old white man trying to judge something black people create. They just don't know.
it's like old white men trying to judge a twerking contest. It's like,
I don't know. They might. Pin in my mouth.
well, that's a jolly good time. But no. So I would agree on the fact of like not finding validation from the Grammys, but I think that's a conversation that's been beaten to the ground. My opinion on it, I'm biased. I prefer personally the Tyler album to Billie Eilish. And while I did not listen to the full Billie Eilish album, I did listen to certain singles. I fuck with Bad Guy. I fuck with the Bad Guy remix with Justin Bieber. And then I fuck with a couple of different singles from her
The
previous
Crown or something. I
projects.
know you played the one song for me. Something
Oh
about
yeah,
the
you
Crown.
can watch me in a crowd. And that video was actually done by Takashi.
6ix9ine.
No, Takashi Palm, um, um, uh, Murakami, Takashi
Murakami.
Murakami. Yeah,
Takashi Murakami.
yeah, like
Yeah, designer.
really really dope designer. But either way, I just feel like personally, if you're looking at their stories, if you're looking at how the album was brought onto the scene, the promotion, the styling behind it, the way that Tyler had a whole different persona, and then when you just look at the music, like I think Tyler's album was a great breakup album. It takes you through uh, being broken up with to begging them not to leave to hating them to falling in love on to somebody else. That's a rebound to accepting the breakup to asking if y'all could still be friends to goodbye. Like it's a really good album.
I'll
It's a
listen to it
really
one
good
day.
album.
I don't know.
And then Billy's album, again, like I think it's experimental from what I've heard. I think it sounds good sonically. I think she's very talented. When she performs it live, I haven't seen her live, but I've seen like YouTube videos. I think she's in tune. I think she's energetic. But when you contrast that to Tyler, like he is okay. To take it back to the Grammys, his Grammy performance was amazing. We saw him live at Firefly, but I love an artist who can do something different in multiple different venues. So Tyler had props at Firefly. He did a wardrobe change. He did not do a wardrobe change at the Grammys, but he had Boys to Men come out to do a mashup between Earthquake, as well as well as fuck, what is that
You
song?
mean
What's good?
New Magic
Yeah,
One?
yeah, New Magic One. And in addition to him, he had a bunch of Tyler clones come out,
You
and it
looking at
was
it right now?
yeah. It was a very dope
Yeah, Charlie
performance.
Wilson.
Yeah, very fucking dope performance. I mean, if and then if you just think about Tyler's story, how he came up on the scene as
A
what
kid
people
that
would
hated her.
say is a homophobic African American kid who was
Oh shit.
screaming, "Why are you FaceTiming me,
I was running to the bathroom so quick I accidentally hit the wrong thing.
nigga? What's wrong with your bowels?" Um, but are you shitting?
Oh?
You shitting? Oh my god. Okay. Um, but nah. It was just a fucking. It was just a fucking great performance. It was one of the only moments of the Grammys, I guess, other than Ariana's performance, that I personally think you should take time out of your day to watch. But yeah. One sec. Okay, we are back. And just to finish up the Grammy conversation, 21 Savage and J. Cole won a Grammy for Best Rap Song for a lot, which I think is deserving. 21 Savage, what a guy, what a fucking guy, all the way from Zone 6 to the Grammy stage,
Oh,
taking it,
Britain, nigga.
taking all the way from the UK. I can't do a British accent. That'd be dope. But yeah, so go watch the Tyler thing. Go watch Ariana Grande. Go support 21 Savage. But moving on into some other bullshit. Danny Glover and Mel Gibson are going to reunite for the fifth and final Lethal Weapon movie. Thoughts, Devontae?
Nigga, nobody want to see no old ass people, bro. They was 40 when that shit first came out.
You said they was 40 when that shit first came out. They weren't 40. They maybe.
Yeah.
They were 40. They were old. Getting too old for this shit. They were old. Um,
Ooh.
Shut the fuck up. Don't
Bring that
don't
money
stop.
home.
Stop. All right, we're gonna we're gonna pause. We're gonna pause this, and I think when we come back, shit. One sec. Huh? Huh?
Shit just hit her. The shit I just took.
Oh, you're nasty. But yeah, so we are back talking about what Mel Gibson and oh wait, so is that it? You just don't want to see it? You think it's they're old, so it's gonna be a bad movie? You don't think it's gonna be a good movie? Bad Boys fucking for Life was a good movie.
Like, it
So
would have to be more less action, more detective. I don't want to watch no old people jump. I don't want to watch no old people jump, bro. You know what I'm saying? I don't really like that.
older people.
No, not older people, bro. I could tell you, Danny Glover about 86, bro. Danny Glover and my papa were born around the same time.
My only thing on this, and here's my hot take, is that
Danny Glover's 70 fucking 3 years old, bro. When the first Lethal Weapon came out, we'll look up when Lethal Weapon came out. Lethal Weapon 1 came out in 87, bro. He was
19.
40. He was 39 years, bro. He was middle aged then. It's like he was at the age of Bad Boys. They was in Bad Boys for Life. Come on, bro. You want to watch your grandpa jump off planes and stuff?
Nah.
You pay money to watch your grandpa do that?
Nah. I honestly I haven't seen any of the Lethal Weapon movies, like any of them, like all the way through. Which makes me feel better that you said the first one was filmed in 1987, because then I have no business watching them. But
I've seen a couple of them.
my only hot take from this is white men can get away with anything. Okay, you remember when fucking Mel Gibson was canceled for all of 3 months because he was yelling racial slurs over the phone to his the woman he was fucking, and then
No, that was his like baby moms. You remember what he said?
no.
He said, "I hope
Wait,
a
wait, wait,
gag-
wait,
he
wait,
said
pause.
Gaggle. He said a gaggle of niggers rape you.
He had a whole new system of measurement for his racism.
Bro, and then he
Fucking
started,
weak.
bro. But before then, he got pulled over drunk, and he started screaming about the Jews.
It wasn't even a Jewish police officer.
No,
Like,
it
you
was
know
like,
how racist you have to be to get pulled over by a different race and then start yelling slurs from a completely objective, or not objective, but
no.
opposite race?
They said it was just like random. Like he just started screaming about Jews when he got pulled over. I was like, what was on your mind, brother? Then he did Passion.
Anti-Semitism.
And then he did Passion of the Christ and All Was Forgiven.
Oh, I mean, truthfully, is all forgiven. I don't think the people who enjoyed the
Gibson
Passion.
only
I
64.
don't think the people who enjoyed the Passion of the Christ were mad about him for his Jewish racial slurs. They probably kind of cheered it on.
I love Passion. No wonder Jesus was getting his ass
Um,
whooped so much in that movie.
But no, bro. But like,
Bro, what's the last thing Mel Gibson? He did a movie not too long ago that people love.
it was the one with Mark Wahlberg and Daddy's Home. You know,
He
3.
did that, but Hacksaw Ridge. That was one he got a lot of.
All I'm saying is it's crazy. Like, do you think? Okay,
But he got a movie with Sean Penn. Come, you know
even
that movie
Louis
fun.
C.K.'s coming back after he
I
was
hope he
masturbating in front of women. That I hope he comes back too. But speaking of white men being able to do whatever they want, get a little flack or get no flack, then coming back. Do you know who recently got flack for something he did that me and you have talked about for a while as an anomaly in culture and pop culture, that he hasn't gotten any flack for this? Robert Downey Jr. was on the Joe Rogan podcast talking about his Tropic Thunder experience and him doing blackface. And because he talked about it, people were like, "Wait, he did what?" And now people are pissed about it, especially for his comments about saying it. They're saying there was like a lot of social justice warrior
Shut up.
outrage about it. I agree.
Shut
I agree.
Shut up. Take your social justice warrior mouth and take your little opinion and shove it in your butt.
Okay, wait. Why are you going so hard, man? What's wrong?
I hate people, bro.
I hate people too.
I want to just sit inside some days and just look at the TV and not have to deal with these freaks.
My thing is this. I didn't know you could tastefully do blackface, but Robert Downey Jr. tastefully did blackface. And it's because they were pointing out that it was absurd throughout the entire movie. I think that was the key. And that's all Robert Downey Jr. was saying in his interview with Joe Rogan. He was basically saying he had no ill intent when he did it. He thought it was permissible because they were pointing out how in the roles, like the movie was basically pointing out how Hollywood actors can sometimes think of themselves as gods and that they're above the law and can do whatever the fuck they want to do. And so in doing that, what was a better way to portray that than having the character actually do blackface in the fucking movie? And then he also acknowledged why blackface is a problem. You know what I'm saying? So I didn't really see any problems with his comments. And I didn't see the outrage for that. But I'm confused at the outrage for that, but then no outrage for Mel Gibson when there was no positive spin on anything he did with his racial things. I don't know. That's just all interesting to me. You think art not? I mean, I'm trying to think of a black comparison actor that we could like compare. I was gonna try to say R. Kelly or Bill Cosby, but they
Dang, bro.
they were accused of some other crazy shit.
R. Kelly ain't do shit yet, bro.
Yeah, R. Kelly did a lot of shit. R. Kelly did a lot of fucking
What do you
shit.
do?
Let's not even go there. But all right, so I got some shit I gotta do. So we're gonna pause real quick. When I come back, I think I'm gonna give an update on the
I'm
coronavirus.
gonna be at the emergency
And
room.
why are you gonna be at the emergency room? You got the clap.
No,
Your pee burning.
no. Shawty broke her fucking hand.
But yeah, so we'll be back. I guess it won't be a lot of time for y'all, but yeah, we'll be back.
Okay, I'm back, and it's definitely the same fucking day. It's not Sunday. It is still Saturday. You can see the energy in my voice. It's the same fucking day. But okay, I just wanted to do two last things before we wrap up today. All right. So we're gonna go into some quick business real quick. So for those of you who don't know, Trump went into the final stage of his impeachment trial this past Thursday, Friday. He was having his trial in the Senate. And the last thing the Senate had to do before they wrapped up their case was vote on the last proceedings of the rules. So when the Senate goes into an impeachment trial, they vote on all the rules. Senate Majority Leader Mitch McConnell, because he's the leader in the Senate right now, the Republicans have a majority in the Senate. He makes up the rules, and the rule they were voting on this time was if they were going to add any additional witnesses. So when they had the trial in the House of Republic, the House of Representatives, they did have witnesses, including 3 Republican witnesses. So when some of the Republicans were like, we shouldn't have more witnesses because you guys won't let us have any Republican witnesses, they were lying. If the Democrats said, yo, they're not going to let us have witnesses in the Senate, or they're not going to have us let us have witnesses at all in this trial, that's kind of a lie too, because they already had witnesses in the House trial, but they didn't have it in the Senate trial. Okay, trying to be impartial here in this fucking news, but basically that's what they were voting on. Democrats really wanted some more witnesses because, for those of you who don't know, John Bolton, who is a starch Republican for many many years, I mean, was a lover child or a lover of Fox and Friends. If you guys know what that is, it's a very conservative leaning talk show on Fox News. But yeah, John Bolton had come out. He recently wrote a book, and apparently in the book he states that Trump gave or withheld aid from Ukraine for political reasons to investigate Joe Biden. So Democrats really wanted to hear from him. They felt like that was going to bolster their argument enough that there would be no way Republicans could vote to not remove Trump from office without marring their political records for the rest of, American history. But basically it was a really tight vote. So because the Democrats have a uh, minority, and you need a 51 majority to uh, pass the resolution to add more witnesses. They needed 4 Republicans to switch over. And unfortunately, early Friday morning, because they were waiting for 2 more Republicans, they had 50. It was going to be, so basically by the end of Thursday night, it was a 50-50 vote. They already had 3 Republicans switch. They needed one more, and on early Friday morning, the last Republican, I forget her name, the Senate came out and basically said she wasn't going to switch, citing that any more information wouldn't convict the president of any wrongdoing, which he clearly already has not done. So they're all sticking by the newfound ploy that a quid pro quo is not an impeachable or removable offense from office. So there you go, man. They have not voted. So to put it in layman's terms, the Senate has voted to not hear from any more witnesses in Trump's impeachment trial, which more than likely means Trump will be acquitted and not removed from office this upcoming week. So, a whole lot of hubbub, a whole lot of commotion, and other than a what's the word? Other than a ceremonial win or uh, a moral win for the history books by impeaching this president, he won't be removed. There won't be any really big changes. You're not gonna have Mike Pence as your fucking president next week. But yeah, so that's about it, man. Personally, my own view on the situation, I've only been to court. Well, now I've been to court multiple fucking times for speeding tickets, but like for criminal shit only once. And in my opinion, I think it's kind of crazy that
you're going to have a whole trial in any capacity where you don't call witnesses, especially when there's witnesses that might have corroborating testimony to the prosecutor's case, especially when the defense is like, no, we don't want to hear from that. Like, nigga, what? When does that ever happen in a criminal lawyer in a criminal case? When's the last time you seen an an a wrongly accused minority be able to deny a witness that is being tampered with or any other type of form of that sort? I can't even give y'all some specifics right now. I was gonna bring up something from like To Kill a Mockingbird, but that's not, you know, pertinent or real. But yeah, man. So it's just that's it was just very interesting to me. Some people are saying this is the downfall of American democracy. Some people are saying we'll never remove another president from office because if you don't remove one for something as heinous as aiding or not aiding, but denying aid to a foreign government to promote your own personal political gain, why else would you ever remove a president? You know what I'm saying? But and then also some are saying that this impeachment trial was so political that it kind of defeated the whole purpose. Because again, the only people that are supposed to be able to remove the president from office, the only branch of power with that, the only branch with that power is Congress, and Congress did not do their duties impartially. They let politics play a role. But that is my opinion. You can have your own. I like to hear your own. But yeah, man. So that's that. We're gonna get into our health content of the week. Our health content of the week this week is a coronavirus update. Okay. So since I talked to you guys last, there's been some more updates. Some people are still freaking out about this shit. Again, let me just start by saying, please, please, please do not listen to anybody who is not educated on the subject. There's a bunch of people reporting on the coronavirus, and they are treating it like it's the next epidemic, man. It is not. It is, again, a virus that, if not handled, if you contract it, can kill you, okay? But guess what? You can also die from the flu, and I have some statistics to back it up, okay? So I got you some statistics from the CDC, Centers for Disease Control, to kind of give you some perspective on why many health providers do not look at this as an epidemic to the scale of like an Ebola that we do not currently have a cure for. Um, so, well, first off, let me say the World Health Organization did put out I think like a crisis. What do you call it? At the last meeting, they put out a memo saying that this is now going to be considered technically an epidemic, but they're only doing that because of its potential for human-to-human spread, not necessarily for its morbidity. But either way, back to the statistics. So currently, via the World Health Organization and the CDC, there has been 7,711 confirmed cases in China and 12,167 suspected cases. Okay, of those cases, 1,370 are severe, so you're hospitalized. You're getting fluids, getting symptomatic treatment, all that good stuff. And of those cases, 170 people have died. On the other hand, though, 124 people have already recovered and been discharged. Okay, so yeah, 170 people have died, and you have 7,000 people around 7,000 people confirmed to have the disease. So that seems like a lot, right? It seems like a lot. That's just in China, okay? But then around the world, there's only been 83 cases so far, and of those, only 7 have had a no travel from China. So basically, what is that? 83 minus 7. Can we do that math? What is that? That's like 75. 75 people all were linked to actually being from having contact with or traveling through China. Everyone else, it's like, where did they get it? Who knows? Fuck it. But nobody died from those instances either. In America, there's been 6 cases confirmed, and nobody's died. So again, stop fucking worrying. Stop wearing masks. You guys look like an imbecile. I won't say the R word. And then for comparison, again, to give you comparison, remember, around 7,000 cases of coronavirus in China. In America, we've already had 15,000 to 21,000 confirmed cases of goddamn the flu. All right, and of those, we've had around, and this is again estimated, around 8,000 to 20,000 deaths from the flu. Okay, 8,000 deaths. Let's go with the smallest number. 8,000 fucking deaths from the goddamn flu. And y'all motherfuckers won't get your goddamn flu shot. So why the fuck are you worried about the coronavirus, okay? Why? Why? Can you explain that to me? No, you can't. Because you don't have your concerns aren't mediated in fact, all right? Stop blowing shit out of proportion. Get your flu shot, because that's the real shit that's going to kill you, all right? And again, the flu shot doesn't stop you from getting the flu, but it will stop you from dying from the fucking flu, okay? Um, shit. I wrote something else down here about 140,000, 250,000. I think that's hospitalizations from the flu. Yeah, so even more, way more people are hospitalized from the flu than they are for the coronavirus, man. But that is my update on that. Shit, man. Crazy week. Hopefully this episode is gonna be edited. If not, I apologize. That is my bad. I fucked up. I dropped the ball on that one. I had way too much fun this weekend. But hey, man, we're young. We have to do what we got to do. And if you don't like fun, fuck you too. That kind of rhymes. But we are the Bullshit for Your Health podcast. This is episode 18. You can find us on social media where we're on Instagram. Our Instagram following is going up. Shout out to 100 followers. I fuck with y'all. Where else we at? We're at Twitter. That's the Bullshit for Your Health podcast. We have some personal pages here. The Formidable Ape. That's not my name. My name is Lil Ivy Vert. Devontae's name is Short 132. Yeah, man. So check us out. We're gonna have a close. Oh, content of the week. Content of the week. Yeah. So content of the week is just going to be the Kobe Bryant documentary Muse. Yeah. Do we have a closing song? All right. So if this podcast is edited, we'll have a closing song. Because if not, I don't want to play something that's gonna sound real crotchety on the end of here that I have to like edit out, because I might already have to edit out our opening shit if we can't get it in here, which is already like a bunch of work I don't want to fucking do. So we will end. If we have an opening song, our closing song, we'll close with shit. I don't even know. Nah, I don't want to do that. Don't want to do that. Man, what is a good closing song? It was kind of a crazy week, wasn't it? Ah, fuck it. We're just gonna end. I've been talking rambling. That's your closing song there. Have a good week, guys. Hug your loved ones. It's the same day. It's Sunday. I'm fucked up. Peace out. Bullshit for your health. Yeah.